Hey cuties, it's finally here. First things first, I just want to stop and thank all of you for all of your support. As of today, we're officially at 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I mean, it was only 2 months ago that I barely hit 20k, and it's just... it's incredible to me how wonderful and loving and supportive each and every one of you are. I'm so happy I got the chance to meet all of you, regardless of which platform it's been on. So for this milestone video, we're going to be doing something a bit different. As some of you may know, for the last month or so, I've had a Q&A submissions channel available in my Discord, where all of you reached out to me and asked me all sorts of really interesting questions. Today, I've got a list of 42 questions from that channel. I was only going to do 40, but you guys just asked so many good questions I couldn't help myself. And I'm going to go through and answer each and every one of them. So, once again, guys, thank you so much, and I hope that anything that you've been thinking about or wanted to ask me gets covered in this video, okay? Alrighty, so the first question is from Zio, and Zio asked, what gave you the idea to name yourself Angel Steps? I'm sure you guys are expecting a super fun and fancy answer to this, but actually me and Kite were bouncing ideas back and forth, just throwing ideas on what a cute name would be, and I knew I wanted to do something like angelic, something sweet, something cute, something that would be kind of wholesome sounding. And after like 30 minutes of just throwing names out, this is the one that really stuck. And I don't know, it felt right. And it felt like it matched the character, and it felt like it matched me and everything I wanted, you know? And we just kind of ran with it at that point, and I'm really happy we picked it too. Okay, so the next question is from 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃, and Skit asked, what made you decide to start an ASMR YouTube channel? Well, I guess I should start by explaining that, much like all of you, I tend to have a lot of trouble when it comes to sleeping peacefully. A lot of us tend to struggle with anxiety, and it can make sleep really, really hard. And I found that ASMR really, really helped me find rest and peaceful nights that I otherwise didn't have. And I wanted nothing more than be able to do that for all of you. I found Latte ASMR a while back, and she was really, really helpful for me on those nights where it was like sleep just felt impossible. And it became something I really wanted to try, and I can't believe that you guys love it as much as you do, but it makes me really happy. Number 3 is by 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃. Kaden asked, did you want to be something else before ASMR? No, I guess not really. I just wanted to help people. It never really mattered to me what exactly I was doing to help people, and as soon as I realized ASMR was something I had a passion for, it just kind of fell in line. Nezuko asks, what type of music do I listen to? I listen to a lot of things, actually. I guess it depends on like what I'm actively doing. Like I listen to a lot of anime songs and like OPs and whatnot. As cheesy as that sounds, Nightcore is pretty fun. When I'm doing like Unity work for, you know, like different costumes, or when I made the studio, for example, I tend to put on the fat rap playlists. That seems to be my go-to. But like I like 80s rock, I like classical music, pretty much everything except country and rap. But even then, there's a few of those genre that I find that I like. It's just I haven't found as many of those genre that I like. So let's see. Toxic asked, what do you like to do on your free time? Well, I like playing video games. I know that sounds silly since I stream on Twitch now, but I've always liked to play video games even when I was little. I like to draw, though I'm not that talented at it, but I'm trying to practice because Kite got me a tablet for Christmas, so that's been really fun. I really like 3D modeling and whatnot. I've been learning a lot over this past year on how to use Unity and Blender, and I'm excited to see what all I can learn. I like hiking, but I am not that great at it. Maybe when things in the world are a little bit different, I can get to do more outdoor activities. But yeah, I guess that's about it. See, Flia asked, what ASMR triggers do you like best? Personally, I think wood triggers, wood tapping, and things like that are my favorite. I don't know, it's rustic sounding and it's relaxing, and not only is it fun to listen to, but it's fun to make the sounds too, so those are nice, pretty all around. Dawn's Night asked, where in your content do you feel you can improve on? I really just want to improve myself in every facet possible. Starting from the YouTube angle, I feel like I can expand on the type of videos I do, the quality I create, and just the overall realm of what my ASMR videos can be. I've kind of touched base now that I'm using my voice frequently on like roleplay videos and whatnot, and I want to see just, what kind of videos can I make the most unique way possible, but perfect for all of you. And there's going to be a lot of experimentation in that category. I want to learn how to do 360 videos a lot better. I've only made one and it was wonky, but it's an interesting idea to me, so I'd love to see what I can do there. Now, in regards to Twitch, I definitely feel like I could be a bit more interactive. I could be better at talking to everyone and making sure I don't miss messages. I stutter a lot too, but there's only so much I can do in that category, I guess. But I just want to do my best for all of you, You guys put your best selves forward every single day, and I want to do the same. See, Thor asked, what do you think about before starting stream or recording? I don't know. I guess I think about like what kind of video I'm gonna do, or I don't know. I get kind of nervous before I start, so it's hard to answer that one. Like for today, I had to make sure I could get the questions into the world, and by the time I finished all the technical part of it, I was just like, okay, let's go. And I didn't really think much about it. I kind of just, hi, I'm here, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't know if that was a good enough answer, but Hostile Connell asked, do you have a pet? And yes, I do. I have lots of pets. I love animals. So to start the list off, I have 2 cats. I have my cat Tora and my cat Mona. I have a turtle by the name of Squirtle. I have a guinea pig by the name of Castor, a bearded dragon named Natsu, and a little long-tailed lizard named Geo, and I love them all. They're my babies. Lightning Flashed asked, do you listen to your own ASMR videos to sleep? No, I don't. I think it's because since I'm the one making them, I don't tend to find them nearly as relaxing, especially since I'm using my voice. Now, if it was before I was using my voice, then it was just the sounds, the trigger sounds, and that was different. But there's not that many videos where I don't talk now. But when I hear my own voice, it kind of breaks the immersion, I guess, for me. So I don't. But I hope you guys enjoy them all the same. 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃 asked, what are the most key things to anyone following in your footsteps? That's a hard question, because sometimes it feels like, content creating is a really big dream for a lot of us, and honestly, I still kind of feel like it's a dream I'm chasing, not so much living, because you can always push farther, you can always push harder. But I think the best advice I could give is figure out who you are, who you want to be, and do not let that go, no matter what you do. It is so easy to follow the trap of trends and marketing and what sells, but at the end of the day, do you really want to succeed by doing what everyone says you should do? Or do you want to succeed by doing what you believe is right? I think that's the best and the only advice I can give, because there's no rule of who will win and who will not on the internet. There's no this is fine, this isn't, in terms of like versions of ASMR or whatnot. Like, you choose what kind of content creator you want to be, and just don't stray from that. If it gets hard, which it always is hard, especially in the beginning, just don't give up. Find different ways to present what you believe in. Don't change your whole ordeal just because you think the populace will accept something better if it was, you know, more this or more that. So just hold on to your ideals, hold on to you, and just sink your time into it. And don't give up. Sansmark asked, do you like rainy days? I love the rain. Now I live in California, and I live in a portion where we do not see rain very frequently. And when the rain does happen, you know, everyone in the streets run outside and dance in it because it's that rare. I love the sound of the rain. I love the feel of the rain, the look of the rain, the smell of the rain. It's wonderful, and I just wish I could live in an area where it rained more often. I'm currently saving up with 𝗕𝗏𝗯𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗶 to try to actually move into a whole different area that would actually have more rain, along with be cheaper too. So maybe one day I can say I live in a rainy place. My name is Dip asked, how do you talk quieter without seeming like you're whispering? Well, you know that volume level that's like, if whispering was here, you speak just slightly above it to where you're still talking, you're using your vocal cords the way you would if you were talking normally, but it's literally just one step above it. And the rest of it is just, you know, the mic the mic picking my voice up, making it sound louder than it actually is. Master of Grimm asked what my favorite movies are. I'm really bad at picking favorites of anything in general, but I love Disney. I love Disney with a passion, so if I had to pick a favorite movie of all time, it would probably be Tangled. It's my favorite Disney movie ever, and it means a lot to me. I didn't get to see it when it came out, but I watched it at a very critical point in my life. And so whenever I see it, it makes me think of one of the biggest decisions I've ever made, which shall remain secret, but it's very important to me. And I really love it, like the music and everything in it too. So let's see. Vibe King asked, did anyone inspire you to become a VTuber/ASM artist? I kind of touched this subject on the earlier question about ASMR. Latte was the one that really introduced me like to the depths of what ASMR is like, and she was definitely a aspirational figure for me on that end. And then on the VTuber side, I really enjoy watching 𝗕𝗲𝗄's channel, the virtual reality show. She's a VRChat VTuber that is really, really fun, and she's really sweet and cute and funny, and I love her content. And watching her stuff made me feel like, what if I could do that too, you know? What if I could be a VTuber, but do it my way, do the things I love, help people in my own way? And well, that's kind of where Angel Steps was birthed from. So let's see. Johnny Turtle asked, have I scrapped any videos and why? I wouldn't say scrapped, maybe repurposed. So more or less I keep a video list on my PC of ideas that I just brainstorm and or have been suggested to my video ideas channel in Discord. And I kind of just run through them and I come up with like, hey, what are possibles? But I've never recorded a video and then been like, no. I have had times where I thought I recorded a video only to discover I never hit record. But never have I recorded something and then been like, nah, you know, we're not going to use that. Okay, so Francie UK asked, can we meet Squirtle? Yes, you guys can meet Squirtle. He's doing a lot better now, so I'll probably be posting photos of Squirtle in the Discord soon. I just wanted to make sure he had a chance to get a little bit healthier before a little photo shoot. Sunfire asks, what goes into making a new video? Well, I guess my process is this. I go through my video ideas list I talked about earlier. I pick like 2 or 3 that I'm thinking are really good and I feel like I could do. Then at that point, I have to make sure I have all the assets available. So I either go to a world that fits my theming if it's like a roleplay video, and I check to see if it has pick-upable assets that match what I'm looking for and what I want the video to cover. Or I do the assets and I import them here, I make them pick-upable, I make them the right size, blah blah blah. And then I go into VRChat and I record all the bits and pieces and I cut it all together. And then another question I see you guys ask all the time is whether or not the sounds are in VRChat or if I do the sounds after. So VRChat doesn't really work well with the 3D.io mic, so I do everything just voice. I do all my voice in VRChat, but that's it. And then afterwards, after I've cut all the video together, I then go through and I record the ASMR sounds in real time with the video, so that way I can get that perfect seamless feel that you guys see. Is the only way I can make it work as well as I do, as well as create the sound quality that I do. The Fusion says, life is short. What is the thing you want to achieve in it the most before your time is up? Like a bucket list, huh? Well, you know, everyone has wants and desires, but if I had to pick one thing that I really want to do, it's travel. I want to see different countries, different sites, different places in this world that are different than everything I've seen so far. It's really easy to live your life like you're in this little tiny bubble and forget that there's so much more around you. And I don't want to live my life like that. I want to see everything. But traveling's expensive and it's not the easiest thing to do, especially in the current world climate. So we'll see how long it'll be before I can tackle that dream. Connor Owns Games asked, what is the most scary experience you've had so far? That's a hard one, because I mean, they're scary as in like spooky and like, you know, if you stayed at a haunted hotel kind of thing. And then there's scary, more like bad experiences. And I think, you know, we all have our fair share of those, and I don't really want to go too deep on that angle, so we're going to talk about like Halloween spooky kind of things. And I recently got to stay overnight at a haunted ship. And ironically, we got put in one of the haunted rooms by pure coincidence. And nothing happened, but the notes of like where the ghost haunted was in the bathroom, and all the stories were like things I'm legitimately scared of. And I spent the whole night like hyperventilating, staring straight at the bathroom door, like, do something, I dare you. But yeah, nothing happened. We went through the whole experience with nothing going wrong, but I don't know, that really freaked me out. Let's see, Nickel Souls asks me, what is the most precious thing to you in your life? Well, I guess for me, it's gonna sound really cheesy, but I'm gonna say my family. And by family, I mean like, you know, Brayna, my mother, and my cats, my pets. I love them all so much, and I couldn't be where I am in my life without Kite. He is the rock of stability in my life and my biggest supporter and hype man, and he is always there to help me when things get rough or when I get lost, or, you know, when confidence comes in and says when your lack of confidence slides in and says you're not good enough for something, or, you know, anytime I get a bad comment or something happens on Twitch and I just fall apart, he's the first person to tell me everything's going to be okay. And I could not do any of the things I do without him. So yeah, I guess that's my answer. Kite and my family and my kitties. I love my kitties so much. I love all of them, even the ones that have passed away. They're my babies, and they'll always hold a very special place in my heart no matter how many years go by. We're gonna move on before I start crying. Let's see. Sleep asks, what is my favorite ASMR channel? And I kind of already said this one, but it's Latte ASMR. If you haven't checked her out, definitely do. She has a bunch of wonderful videos, all of which are very well made. So, GameGrave asked, do the assets you use create the sound, or do you make all the sounds IRL? Once again, something I kind of touched earlier. I do all the like trigger sounds afterwards with my 3D.io, but I do all like voice roleplay and whatnot in VR. Temmie is a cat asks, what is your favorite food? I personally love pasta. Pasta is my favorite food. It's super tasty, but it's very carb heavy, so I try not to have it too frequently. Deku asks, do you sing a lot or not really? I wish I sung more. I used to sing a lot when I was young, but I quit around middle school, like mid-middle school, and it's something I regret. I also quit the piano around that same time frame, and those are things that I've both recently started to attempt to pick up again. And, well, I can't play very well, I can't sing very well yet, but hopefully in a year or two I'll have some decent skills I can show off. Cryptic Wolf asked, is streaming/YouTube your full-time job? This question was probably posted a while ago, but I still wanted to include it in the list for anyone who missed the other times I mentioned it. But as of this month, I am officially doing this full-time, and it's really exciting. I can't wait to see, with all the time I have free now, what kind of content I can make and how far I can go over the next few years. Dawn's Night asks, what is your equipment you use for your videos? So for VR, I use the Valve Index. That's the mic I'm using right now actively. And then for all of my ASMR trigger sounds, I use the 3D.io mic. It's that fancy mic with the ears on the side that make all the really nice noises. If I'm doing like the Minecraft videos or whatnot, I have an additional mic I use for that. It's a Samsung Q2U. It's not the best mic in the world, but it does pretty good for what I use it for. And then all the sounds are various objects. I have buckets full of things I make sounds with, so that would be hard to list. Billy Mays asked if I play any instruments. Not currently. I used to play piano, and ideally I can say that I play piano soon. I'm trying to practice like every day and or every other day, just to kind of get my left hand to where it doesn't feel so wonky, and like I can actually put my hands together without it being so out of sync, you know. Alright, well, we're almost done. Lilith asked what my favorite anime is. That's always so hard to answer. There's so many animes I enjoy, but if I had to pick a top favorite, I'm gonna say Gintama. Gintama is like, it's all over the place. It's super funny. It can be innocent, it can be crude, it can be serious and action, it can be emotional and heartbreaking, and like, I've never felt such an array of emotions in a single episode as what that can do. Plus it's been going on for years, so like I watched it when I was younger, and like I watched it as it came out. Not like when the first episode came out. I got into it a little bit later. I think it was like season 2 by the time I started. But from that point onward, it was something that I always looked forward to. And it always will hold a very special place in my heart. And I could rewatch it anytime and still cry at some of the episodes. Sen asked, what game have you sunk the most amount of time in? That's a hard one because I tend to do a lot of replays, and it makes it hard for me to tell like where the cutoff time would be. But whenever I'm really sad, I always do the same thing, and that's I turn on my old PS2 and the old retro TV I have in the house, and I play Legend of Mana, which is a PS1 game. It was the first game I ever played as a kid, and if they ever make a remake of that game, I will drop every cent I own to get every collector's edition of it humanly possible. But that game is like my lifeblood. I love it. I love everything about it. The music, the quests, the story, the characters. It's perfect. A full playthrough of it can be done easily in like 30 hours of standard gameplay, but I'll push 40 to 100 on just doing, you know, side quests, and then I'll restart and do it all over again. You think it would get old, but that's just how much it means to me. What is your favorite inspirational quote from 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓? I never knew who said it, but I've always liked the quote, "If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life." And my whole life I aspired to that in everything I did. And that extended not just to what I'm doing now, but like even when I worked retail, even when I was in school to learn fashion design, like these were, you know, that was actually the quote I used in my essay I had to submit to try to get accepted into the college I went to. Because to me, that quote wasn't just, you know, what your dream job is, it's how you were able to find joy in every facet of your life, like being who you want to be regardless of the environment. And I've always tried to embody that in everything I do. But of course, now that I get to do this, it's even more so something that I feel I want to embody completely. And I hope that that's something all of you guys can aspire towards as well. Dawn's Night asked, do you like cooking or baking? I like cooking. It depends on the mood I'm in. I had a huge baking kick back in high school. I would bake like strawberry cupcakes and something every weekend, literally. But Kite is a diabetic, and baking isn't exactly something that goes hand in hand because baking basically infers carbs. So not as much of that recently. But I do like making like dinner meals here and then, and I'm still trying to learn how to cook really good because I never really learned, but I like it. It's fun. I'm just not that great at it. I Have a Carrot asked what my most nostalgic gaming experience is. And I guess I kind of answered that with Sun's question about which game I put the most amount of time to would have to be Legend of Mana, because it's so nostalgic for me that I'll just cry when I hear the opening. I mean, I have the collector's edition book, I have the limited edition soundtrack, I've got multiple copies of the game, like the little music box, all the little figures that they released way back when. The game is technically older than me too, so that says something. But yeah, it's perfect for me. Nico asked, what is your favorite animal? And that would be a red panda. Red pandas are so cute and fluffy, and they're just little precious babies, and I love them. But if I had to pick a second, it would be cats, because I love cats. Crispy Kane asked, any tips for being a VTuber on a budget? VTubing by nature can be hard to get started. I had the benefit of having a lot of talented friends that were willing to help teach me basic tricks of the trade. So like, as I kind of said earlier, the model stuff we all worked together on. For the overlays, I made all that. The emotes, I made all of. The program we use for VTubing is called VCFace. It's perfectly free. But if you want to get like a full setup, you usually have to commission artists for that. And by all means, do it. The quality you get from commissioning is worth it, but it's hard on a budget. You can find a lot of really amazing, talented artists you can commission on Fiverr. So that's definitely a good place to start. And of course, whatever skills you have, use them. Do what you can. Make it your own. Nico asked, how old are you? I am 25 years old. I turned 25 on August 20th. So hopefully that doesn't come as a shock to you guys. PG asked, do you speak any other languages? I wish. I took 2 years of French and retained nothing of it. I don't remember anything outside of like, nope, there's nothing comes to mind. I can't even do it on the spot. It's just so sad. It's so sad. I took 2 years and I actually enjoyed it, but I remember literally nothing. That's unfortunate. But outside of that, I want to learn Japanese. I can like understand a fair amount of it, but I can't like read or write it. I can't speak it fluently, so that would be fun to learn. And then the final question was from Kenneth, and it was, would you be interested in visiting abandoned places, and what is your opinion on that in general? So I've always felt like an appeal to like ghost towns and abandoned ships and like abandoned amusement parks and whatnot. Like, it's always such an interesting idea, seeing a place that is so commonly full of people in life but is just empty. Like, that would be really, really cool to see, but I also get spooked really, really easily. So travel dream, yes. If I ever get brave enough, that'd be really cool, but it's not something I see in like the immediate future. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There were so many questions, and I really enjoyed looking through and seeing, like, you know, what you guys wanted to know about me. Like, you know, who was I to you? And hopefully I got to clear up some of the mystery a bit today and make everything a little bit more personal. That would really make my day. Once again, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support and the love and everything. 30,000 subscribers is a milestone that 1 year ago I would have looked at that as just a dream and gone back to my retail job and never thought about it because it just seems so unreal. But here we are. All of us were here, and I hope that I have been helpful in all of your lives in some way. If it's just, you know, that night before an exam and you're stressed and you're struggling to sleep, or maybe it's just loud, you have family over and you put your headphones in and you're just looking for something to help you close your eyes, or maybe just background noise while you're working. Whatever it is, I hope that I have been able to be a part of your life in one way or the other, been able to make it better. For every step of the way that I go, that's my dream. You know, we always talk about dreams, and the more of you I'm able to help, the more I'm able to reach out to the world. That's my dream. And I hope that I can help all of you guys find your own dreams and be happy. You know? Well, that's it for this video. I'm gonna have a bunch of fun new ASMR videos coming up. I hope you're excited for them. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Before we close up, I'd like to make a huge shout out to my Patreons. You guys are the backbone of everything I do, and I wouldn't be able to do this full time without your support. So without further ado, thank you to 𝗕𝗲𝗃, Mike B, Gus Daniels, Alex, Wade McKinley, Guy Hutton, Brian with Noi, Robert Liskey, Azurath, 𝗕𝗲𝗹𝗹 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗍𝗃, Jugga, Trey Castleberry, Michael, Michihara, Psycho, Shigeru, Gabe, Opteron Prime, Unknown Accuracy, Vasido, Delta, Dio, The Phantom, The Real Zal, Cool Dudes, Scoop, and Bad Guy. Thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.